So on the CP practice final exam, question number 28 asks, what are the representations for an alpha particle, for a beta particle, and for gamma radiation? So this is just asking for the symbols we use. Okay? So alpha particles are, some people call it the fish symbol. Okay? That's an alpha letter in the Greek language. Okay? It's not quite pointy on the end like the fish symbol some of you are talking about. It's a rounded thing. It's like the Greek letter A. Okay? Sometimes you see it written with a little bit of a curve on the end, things like that, or curve up here sometimes. Okay? In this class, in order to make the math work out when we're doing nuclear equations, we also included the atomic mass and the atomic number. And the atomic mass for an alpha particle is 4. An alpha particle is made of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. It's just like the nucleus of a helium atom. And so the atomic number is 2. We put that down here. Okay? So the symbol for alpha is just the letter A in Greek letters, but we usually write it for nuclear equations with the 4 and the 2 here to do with the math, make the math a little bit easier on us. Okay, so that's the alpha particle. The beta particle is kind of like a script capital letter B with a tail on the bottom of it. Okay, so it's kind of like this. All right, there's a beta particle. All right, now a beta particle is essentially an electron that comes out of a neutron in the nucleus. So it has, for all practical purposes, for our purposes anyway, has no atomic mass. It does have atomic mass, but it's so small we can ignore it. And so the atomic mass is going to be 0. But since it has a negative charge, and it's coming out of a neutron in the nucleus that has no charge, and changes that neutron into a proton, the math works out really nice for us if we put the atomic number as a -1. So we usually write it like this. Okay? And then a gamma particle, or gamma radiation, is kind of like a Y without the cup. Okay? So we're going to write it like that, or an upside down L. An upside down script L, maybe. Okay? You took a script L and flipped it vertically. All right? And it's a photon, a really high energy photon. Photons have even less mass than an electron. Okay? And it doesn't change any of the particles in the nucleus, doesn't add any mass or add a proton or take away a proton or anything like that. So we're going to write that as 0, 0. So those are the three particles of nuclear radiation you need to know about and how you write those symbols.